Top 4 Senior Hairstyles that are aging you and how to choose a younger. Look after 60. Think your hairstyle doesn't affect your age? Think again. The wrong cut, colour or parting can quietly add a decade to your look. Discover the subtle hair mistakes making you look older, and the simple changes that can instantly rewind your appearance and boost your confidence. In this video, you'll uncover 4 hairstyles that unknowingly age you, plus 2 quick face shape tests to identify what truly flatters your features. Stay tuned for one stylist-approved transformation method that lifts, frames, and refreshes your entire look. No drastic cut required. The harsh truth about ultra-short crops. Ultra-short crops and pixie cuts are bold, liberating, and undeniably stylish. But when not carefully customized, they can unintentionally highlight the very features many people hope to soften. The truth is, hair length and framing play a powerful role in shaping how youth and vitality are perceived. When hair is cropped too close, it removes the natural contour that balances and flatters facial features, exposing sharper lines, thinner areas, and subtle asymmetries that naturally develop with age. From a visual and psychological standpoint, shorter cuts emphasize contrast and precision. Hair becomes a sharp outline rather than a soft frame, drawing the eye to texture and bone structure. This works beautifully for those with full cheeks or symmetrical faces, but for others, especially those with fine or angular features, it can feel severe. The lack of movement and softness reduces visual balance, making fine lines or thinning near the temples more visible. Scientifically, this effect stems from how light interacts with texture and depth. Longer or layered hair scatters light, softening the edges of the face, while very short styles create strong shadows and sharper definition. This contrast can accentuate hollowness or draw attention to areas of volume loss, which tends to increase over time. That doesn't mean short hair should be avoided altogether. It simply needs refinement. Stylists recommend maintaining gentle layering, side volume, or a wispy fringe to restore movement and dimension. Soft edges help redirect focus toward the eyes and cheekbones while maintaining the freedom and confidence that short hair brings. For those who love pixie cuts, consider leaving slightly longer pieces around the crown or nape to create balance and lift. Ultimately, the key is customization. Ultra-short cuts should never be one-size-fits-all. They must harmonize with your bone structure, hair density, and personal expression. When thoughtfully tailored, a short crop can be both age-defying and effortlessly chic. The overly structured helmet hair trap. Once a symbol of glamour and control, stiff, heavily sprayed hairstyles have now become one of the most common aging traps. The so-called helmet hair look, where hair is styled into a solid, unmoving shape, creates an unintended visual effect. It freezes the face in time, often exaggerating signs of aging instead of concealing them. When hair lacks movement, it appears lifeless, and that stillness translates to a loss of vitality. The psychology behind this perception is fascinating. Our brains associate fluidity with energy, health, and youth. Movement in hair mimics the effortless dynamism of a younger appearance. Conversely, rigid styles give off an impression of formality, restraint, and even fragility. When hair is immovable, it doesn't interact naturally with light or air, causing the overall image to feel dated and overly polished. Moreover, stiff styles can flatten the crown, reducing height and balance around the face. This downward pull makes facial features appear heavier and can unintentionally highlight texture changes in the skin. The overly glossy finish, that often accompanies heavy hairspray also reflects light unevenly, calling attention to fine lines rather than diffusing them. The modern approach focuses on flexibility and softness. Replace firm hold sprays with lightweight, brushable formulas that provide control without stiffness. Mousse, or texturizing spray, can add lift at the roots while allowing strands to move naturally. If you need structure, try styling with a round brush to create shape. Then use a finishing mist for flexible hold rather than lacquered perfection. Stylists today advocate for controlled freedom, hair that looks styled but never stiff. Think soft waves, airy layers, or bouncy blowouts that move with you. This balance between polish and ease gives the face a lifted, lively quality, subtly framing features instead of hardening them. In essence, the most youthful styles don't demand attention. They create harmony. Hair should look like it belongs to you, not like a helmet placed on top. The right texture and flexibility make every gesture feel lighter, every smile brighter, and every year look gracefully your own. The single-length bob mistake. The bob is a timeless classic, chic, versatile, and easy to manage. But when cut into a single uniform length, it can quietly betray your years rather than conceal them. A blunt, one-length bob creates a harsh horizontal line that emphasizes symmetry and structure. As the face changes with age, losing some of its natural fullness and elasticity, this rigid outline draws attention to sagging areas or lack of volume, creating a heavier and more severe look. The science behind this lies in how the eye perceives shape and depth. When hair sits in one flat plane, it reflects light evenly, eliminating dimension. Without layers to break up that reflection, hair appears denser at the ends and thinner near the crown, unintentionally exaggerating the downward pull of gravity on the face. This can make even healthy hair seem lifeless, and facial features appear drawn or tired. The power of layering is its ability to reintroduce movement and optical lift. Well-placed layers scatter light across multiple angles, adding natural volume and the illusion of fullness. They allow hair to move freely, softening facial edges and restoring balance. Layers act like visual architecture, creating lift at the crown, dimension at the cheeks, and flow around the jawline. Strategic cutting techniques make a world of difference. Subtle graduation at the back helps lift the silhouette, while soft face-framing layers or internal texturing bring shape and vitality. Even minimal layers can transform a static cut into one with personality and motion. For finer hair, lightweight layering prevents collapse without sacrificing body. And for thicker hair, it removes bulk for a more graceful contour. A modern bob should never feel boxy or static. It should feel fluid. Stylists recommend tailoring every bob to your unique bone structure, hair type, and desired maintenance level. A customized approach replaces rigidity with movement, bringing back the lively, lifted frame that flatters every face shape. The goal isn't to abandon the bob, it's to let it evolve with you, reflecting confidence, energy, and effortless sophistication. The severe centre part problem. The centre part is sleek, symmetrical, and timeless, but when worn too sharply, it can be one of the most unforgiving styles as we age. A precise, severe middle part divides the face perfectly down the centre, drawing attention to asymmetries that naturally develop over time. It also exposes thinning at the crown or temples and can create a stark, flat effect that visually elongates or hardens facial features. Our perception of youth is deeply tied to balance and movement. A rigid center part removes softness, giving the face a stricter appearance. Without any diagonal or side volume, the eye is drawn to the middle, which can emphasize facial length and highlight fine lines or loss of fullness in the cheeks. For many, this results in a tired or severe expression even when the rest of the hairstyle is polished. The impact lies in light and proportion. A straight middle part flattens the crown, reducing volume and making the top of the head appear narrower. This downward focus subtly drags the visual weight toward the lower half of the face, precisely where time tends to leave its marks. By contrast, an off-center or softly diagonal part redistributes light and creates the illusion of lift, bringing attention back to the eyes and upper face. Flattering alternatives depend on facial structure. For round faces, a slightly off-center part elongates the appearance without harshness. For square or angular faces, a diagonal or side part adds asymmetry and movement, breaking up rigidity. Those with thinning hair benefit from a soft zigzag or layered part that camouflages sparse areas while giving gentle fullness. Professional stylists emphasize that the perfect part doesn't have to be exact. It has to be flattering. Experimenting with part placement can instantly refresh your look without a single snip. The goal isn't precision, but harmony, allowing your hairstyle to complement your natural evolution, not compete with it. Understanding your face shape. After 60. After 60, your face tells a new kind of story, one written in experience, laughter, and wisdom. But with that story comes natural structural change. The youthful roundness of the cheek softens, the jawline loses a bit of definition, and the skin's elasticity decreases. These shifts subtly alter how your face interacts with light and balance, meaning the haircut that once flattered you in your 40s might now emphasize the very features you'd rather soften. Understanding your current face shape is the foundation of an age-enhancing hairstyle. It helps you work with time, not against it. Facial shape assessment after 60 isn't about strict categories, it's about observation. There are 2 simple techniques you can do at home to understand your evolving contours. Mirror test. 1. Stand before a mirror with your hair completely pulled back and trace the outline of your face using a washable eyeliner or lip pencil. Step back and examine the reflection. Does it appear longer than it is wide? Wider around the cheeks? Narrow at the jaw? The trace shape will naturally reveal your dominant structure: oval, round, square, heart, or diamond. Mirror test. 2. Now use your fingers or a flexible tape measure to compare 3 key areas: the width of your forehead, cheekbones, and jawline. The widest area defines your underlying structure. If your face is longer than it is wide, you may have an oval or oblong shape. If your cheekbones dominate, you likely have a round or diamond face. This approach helps you recognize how your proportions have evolved through the years, guiding you toward the most flattering cuts. Once you've identified your shape, it's time to choose hairstyles that enhance what you love most. For round faces, the goal is elongation. Soft layers that fall below the chin or height at the crown create vertical balance. Avoid blunt bangs or curls that end at cheek level. They can widen the appearance. Square faces benefit from layered ends and side-swept bangs to soften strong jawlines. Wispy, textured looks break up harsh lines and bring gentle movement. Heart-shaped faces, characterized by broader foreheads and narrower chins, shine with chin-length bobs or waves that balance proportions and draw attention upward. Oval faces, the most versatile, can wear nearly any style but should focus on maintaining lift and movement to prevent a flat appearance. The key after 60 is choosing softness over stiffness. Hair should frame, not box in, your face. Aim for natural movement, gentle layering, and styles that lift rather than weigh down. The right haircut can subtly reshape how light falls on your features, brightening your eyes, smoothing angles, and creating a youthful openness. Ultimately, understanding your face shape isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. It's the art of aligning your natural evolution with thoughtful design. When your haircut complements your changing structure, you don't just look better, you feel more at ease in your skin. The color factor. Nobody discusses hair color holds transformative power, yet it's one of the most misunderstood elements of mature beauty. After 60, color should no longer be about covering up age. It should be about reflecting light, warmth, and life. The truth is, harsh single-tone shades, jet black, platinum blonde, or overly cool ash can instantly add years. These flat tones absorb light instead of reflecting it, highlighting shadows, fine lines, and skin dullness. When the skin loses some natural pigment, balance is everything, and your hair color must restore that missing vitality. Aging hair also changes in texture. It becomes more porous, dry, and sometimes wiry. This means how color absorbs and reflects can vary strand by strand. Professionals address this by using dimensional coloring techniques such as balayage, lowlights, or root smudging to create depth and natural transitions. These methods blend multiple tones so your hair catches the light in different ways, producing the illusion of movement and youthfulness. Dimensional coloring isn't just a trend, it's science meeting artistry. Warm honey tones can add radiance to cooler skin, while soft ash or pearl shades can neutralize redness. Caramel highlights woven through medium browns bring warmth, while silver and platinum blends can look sophisticated when strategically placed around the face. This subtle variety mimics the way natural hair lightens in the sun, creating a fresher, more dynamic look. For those embracing their natural silver or white strands, the choice between strategic grey blending and full coverage is personal, but it should be intentional. Grey blending softens the contrast between natural growth and dyed hair, maintaining harmony and minimizing upkeep. It creates a lived-in elegance rather than a sharp divide between coloured and grey roots. Full coverage, on the other hand, can still be effective when done with tonal variation, mixing warm and cool shades within the same palette to maintain dimension and avoid a wig-like appearance. Aging gracefully doesn't mean surrendering to dullness. The right colour palette enhances your complexion, brightens your eyes, and redefines your glow. Even small adjustments, a few well-placed highlights, a warmer undertone, or a shift to softer contrast, can bring your entire face to life. The overlooked truth is this: youthful colour is never about being dark or bold, it's about balance, depth, and luminosity. It's not the shade that ages you, it's the lack of light play and tonal harmony. When colour is thoughtfully chosen, it complements your skin's undertone and radiates vitality. You don't need to erase the silver, you need to elevate it. With the right approach, your hair colour becomes less about hiding time and more about showcasing your timeless brilliance. Texture and volume secrets. No matter how flattering your haircut or colour may be, flat, lifeless hair can instantly add years to your appearance. Volume and texture signal vitality and health, while flat hair can create a tired, deflated look that drags the face downward. As we age, hair naturally becomes finer and loses density due to changes in hormones and protein structure. The key to maintaining a youthful appearance lies in restoring that sense of lift and movement without causing further damage. Choosing the right products makes all the difference. Avoid heavy creams, waxes or oils that weigh strands down and create build-up. Instead, opt for lightweight volumizing mousses, root-lifting sprays, or protein-infused foams designed specifically for fine or aging hair. These formulations expand each strand slightly, giving the illusion of fullness while protecting against breakage. A clarifying shampoo once a week can also help remove residue, keeping the scalp healthy and the hair light. Styling technique is equally critical. Blow drying with the head inverted boosts volume at the roots, while using a round brush adds natural lift and movement. For extra texture, lightly teasing the crown or incorporating soft waves with a low-heat curling wand can create a youthful bounce without strain. Professional stylists emphasize that the secret isn't extreme styling. It's smart layering, gentle heat use, and consistent care. When texture and lift return, the entire face appears more open, bright, and full of life. The professional consultation advantage. A great hairstyle doesn't start in the chair. It begins with the conversation you have before the scissors ever touch your hair. A professional consultation is the secret weapon for age-defying results, helping your stylist understand your lifestyle, maintenance habits, and how your features have evolved over time. Knowing what to ask can transform an ordinary haircut into a customized, face-enhancing masterpiece that looks effortless and natural. Begin by discussing your goals clearly. Ask your stylist how to create softness, movement, and lift rather than simply requesting a trend. Inquire about face framing techniques, suitable lengths and color tones that complement your current skin undertones. This ensures your new style works with, not against, your natural features. Bringing reference photos can make a huge difference, but use them wisely. Choose images that show a variety of angles and textures rather than celebrity cuts alone. Explain what you like about each, perhaps the volume, layering, or tone, so your stylist can adapt the inspiration to your hair type and facial proportions instead of copying it literally. Finally, ask about a realistic maintenance plan. Learn how often to trim, refresh color, or adjust products to keep the style's shape and shine. The best stylists will guide you toward a routine that sustains your look with minimal effort. An effective consultation isn't vanity, it's collaboration, ensuring your style evolves gracefully with you. The right hairstyle doesn't just change how you look, it transforms how you feel. When your cut, color, and texture align with your evolving features, you project confidence, vibrancy, and ease. Remember, softness, movement, and dimension are timeless. Start today by choosing one simple change that lifts, brightens, and redefines you. If this helped you see your hair in a new light, hit like and share so others can rediscover their confidence too. Subscribe for more expert tips on beauty, style, and self-care designed for your best years yet. Your next transformation starts right here. Don't miss it. Think your hairstyle doesn't affect your age? Think again. The wrong cut, color, or parting can quietly add a decade to your look. Discover the subtle hair mistakes making you look older, and the simple changes that can instantly rewind your appearance and boost your confidence.